My last girlfriend, my last relationship that I had was about 6 months ago. I met this girl at a place that I worked. I was an armed guard there, doing security there, and I was talking to the manager there, 22-year-old manager, and she asked me out for drinks one night. So we went out one night and we had drinks, and we hit it off pretty well, I think. We went out to Denny's and we had, some food, and it was pretty cool. Over the next few months, we spent time playing pool, and we spent time bowling, and we spent time hanging out in our car, talking at night. And the relationship was, I thought, going pretty well. She told me about her goals and how she wanted kids and marriage and all this stuff, and I told her I wasn't interested. And we slowly started to slip apart, and I could see the relationship failing over time. But I still liked this chick a lot. I wouldn't say I was in love with her, but I did like her a lot. I think she liked me a lot. We were very attracted to each other, and we had a lot of fun together. It was a fun time. The breakup part was pretty rough. I would break up with her, and then I'd get back with her. She'd break up with me. We'd get back together. We kind of went back and forth this process, and then one day she tells me this Death Star statement that she started joining a dating website, and I knew it was over from that point. I knew she was going to be meeting dozens and dozens of guys online that wanted to go out with her. I knew that was going to happen shortly within the next few weeks, so I prepared myself. Over the next few weeks, I started distancing myself from her, and eventually she told me she was, sleeping with other guys, and she was dating other guys, and one guy really liked her a lot, and all this kind of stuff. And I said, okay, well, we got to break up now. And that's where stuff got really hard for me, because I don't have a lot of friends, and she was kind of like my best friend at that point, because I would call her every day, and I would text her every day, and I had someone to talk to. When I didn't have someone to talk to anymore, things got really dark for me. I was in a very dark place. And even though we broke up, we both agreed to break up, dealing with that was very hard. And I was suicidal again, and I was really in a tough spot. I was also going through a DUI charges that I recently went through, and that was a really hard time. It seems like women try to leave you at your lowest point. But I don't regret breaking up with her. I don't think she regrets breaking up with me. We had a lot of fun together, and it was a fun time, but it was hard to getting over that chick, that's for sure. And every time I go through that type of stuff, I just remind myself, I have to always go back, build myself back up, completely back up to where I used to be, which takes about a month or two. And I got to go back and lift weights, and I got to go back to playing pool, and I got to back to what BMX and all my hobbies and interests, and spending time by myself. I give this advice I give to other people is the same advice I give myself. And I got back to the top again. But every time you take that plunge and go into a relationship, you risk not being able to make that climb back up that rope. And that's why relationships are so damaging and dangerous. And that's why being by yourself and trying to be happy by yourself is probably your best course of action. Alright guys, you know where to find me. If you have any comments, please like and subscribe to my channel, my content.